All right, guys, last podcast of 2022. This is the MMAOB Daily Podcast. Host, as always, Adam Martin and Big Marcel. Marcel, man, crazy, man. Come to the end of the year. So we did the podcast all together this year. I think you were with me last year, too, I want to say. Were you with me last year?
Yeah, for sure.
It's been almost 2 years, I think, or over 2 years probably since we've been doing it together. So, man, it's been so much fun, Marcel. You know, I always love talking about fights with you, man. You're one of the most knowledgeable guys in the world, in my opinion. So it's always awesome, dude. And I'm glad to have you here for the last one. Just some quick fight announcements and news. Marcel, take some questions. And if anyone has any questions that burning to ask for a while, just ask us here. Glenn has a comment. Hope you guys have a good Christmas and New Year's in case I head off early here. And Glenn, appreciate it, man. You've always here in the chat. I really appreciate it, man. You're a good soldier here, man. So we appreciate you tuning in. I know I speak for Marcel when I say that.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Marcel. So let's just go to your page and we'll just go through some fights and stuff.
Put it on the screen, brother. Put it on the screen.
Let's do it. Big Marcel 24 on Instagram, Twitter. How many followers you got on Instagram, though?
I don't know, actually.
Let me check. Let's pull it up. 19.4. We have 60 on.
Yeah.
So let's go.
That's the fights we wanted to have back. That's so
Philippe
great.
Lins and OSP is not going to happen. I'm going to predict that right here. This fight's not happening. Philippe Lins will pull out of the fight. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, isn't it crazy that OSP got 2 fights and now it's within 10 minutes?
What was the other fight?
Grappling fight against Andrei Petrosky, I think.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't think this fight's happening. What do you think?
I don't know for sure, man. Maybe
someone
not.
says it right here. The odds of getting canceled are -1,000.
Yeah, I understand.
Everyone's saying they're all going to get canceled. This is so funny, Marcel. What's the hidden comments? Oh, it's a weird comment. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not going to happen in my opinion. It's kind of a shitty fight. Let's be honest. I don't care about this fight at all. Leon Landsberg, Mario Bueno Silva. I think Bueno Silva wins this fight.
This fight was announced a month ago on the AG fight, and nobody saw it.
AG fight's really good. I didn't see it either. I like them though. They're doing a good job. I think Brazilian wins this fight. Is it?
Yeah,
it's in Vegas. It's in Vegas. Okay.
But
Landsberg's like she's 40 years old. She's not that good, man. No, that doesn't do it for me. This fight, it's not the main event, right?
No, bless.
Bro, I could not. I honestly don't think I would have watched it for 5 rounds.
Imagine this being a main event in front of a crowd, San Antonio.
It is in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
It's in San Antonio. This fight is I'm not excited for this fight.
Let's be honest, they're 100% going to put this co-main event because
100% it is. It's going to be co-main event. I'm surprised. Honestly, I am surprised it's not the main event. I really am because they love Holly Holm. I think they're going to hear a lot of yelling and screaming, hut, 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 like for 50 minutes. Yana hasn't fought in a while since she had the kid with Thiago Santos, I think, right? Holm is 41 years old now.
Her name is also Yana Santos on Instagram.
Is it? Okay, so maybe she did.
Click on the picture if you want, that you can see it.
Yana MMA?
Yeah, you can click on it. You see Yana Santos.
Yeah, I opened another window. I see
okay.
it. Yeah. I mean, Holm probably should be favored, but it's hard to trust Holly Holm. She's never lived up to the hype, after that Ronda Rousey fight, Marcel. This is the truth.
Marcus says opening odds for Yana versus Holm.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I didn't see it. I didn't see the comment. My apologies. Let me get this comment first.
Happy holidays,
appreciate it. Happy
holidays
to you, my friend. Opening odds, Yana and Holm.
-250?
Yeah, I was thinking like -200, something like that. That's for Holm, right? So she should be favored. But Yana could win. I mean, it's possible, right? Yana has a win over Caitlin Vera, and then Caitlin Vera beat Holly Holm. So MMA math never works, but it's just something to think about. Gus Sakai and Dontel Mays. I mean, like, how do you trust either guy, Marcel? How do you trust these guys?
Yeah, at the Dutch podcast we have on Monday, we call this the Marcel Special. And the Marcel Special is like heavyweights unranked, was going to be probably a sloppy fight. So
yeah, Sakai is going to be favored here. He should be. Here he actually commented here, Marcel.
Yeah, I saw that.
He should be favored.
I blocked somebody under that comment, by the way.
This guy? Yeah.
No, not him, but another guy. He's like, dude, you're getting knocked the fuck out. I was like,
an idiot.
I hate when people do that,
Yeah, he could get knocked out. I mean, this fight's not that good either. By the way, this guy's like a Route 60. Is that Route 65 or something? Or
I can't read what's
that's Route 66 now that I think about it. I don't know what it says either. It's weird. This is a good fight. Andre Muniz, Brandon Allen. I mean, finally a good fight, right? I thought Muniz would get a ranked opponent, honestly. Like, Brandon Allen's good, but he's not ranked.
I've heard backstage that Muniz has turned down 4 ranked opponents. So
Oh, he's the one turning down the fights.
that's what I've heard. I'm not
Well, I
saying
mean,
it's
that makes sense, right? I think Muniz should be favored here, but Brendan Allen's really good, and he definitely could win the fight. You know, he's young too. He's only 27, or he's actually 26. He's turning 27 next week. So I birthdayed him. AG fight, another fight that they broke. These guys are good, man. Joanne Wood and Luann Carolina. It's just weird that Joanne said, "Take me out of the rankings. I'm not going to fight for a while." And then she comes back like less than 6 months later. I want to say it hasn't been that long since she fought, right?
Yeah, and Carolina's probably still there in the octagon from the.
Joanne Wood should be favored. Oh, it's in England, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Joanne should be favored here.
Yeah, I think
Luana
so too.
could win. Luana could win.
I would put her as a minus 140, minus 130, maybe.
Yeah, she should be favored slightly. I'm with you on that one. CJ Vergara, Daniel De Silva. So De Silva's last fight got canceled against who?
Against Vinicius Salvador.
What? So who pulled out? I thought De Silva
pulled out because he missed weight. Yeah.
So why does he get the fight book, but Vinicius is waiting? This makes no fucking sense. What the hell? Unless they're going to put Vinicius in that Brazil card, maybe.
Jake Hadley thought it was funny. Look at the comment.
That's funny. Vergara, I would favor Vergara in this fight.
Yeah, gotta be.
De Silva is just not good. I mean, I know Vergara's not. He hasn't looked great in the UFC, but I think he's decent. Honestly, I think he's decent.
I think De Silva might be really fortunate that he gets another fight here.
Surprised they didn't cut him after missing weight. I really am. Chidi and Jaquani Albert Durev. Oh, that's a good fight in front of a crowd too, eh? This is a really good fight, man. I don't know, man. I mean, Chidi was looking so good against Greg Rodriguez, and then obviously coughed up the win there. A guy that had like his head exposed or his brain exposed.
Can you do me a favor, Adam? Yeah. Can you read the notable wins with Albert Duraev, all 3?
Sergey Kandotsko, Ustar Magomed Gadzir Dadov, Vlasheslav Vasilevsky. Is it not bad? It's not bad, right?
It's not bad.
Not bad. I mean, how do you say this dude's name? Ustar.
I would say Sergey Kandotsko, Ustar Magomed Gadzidadov, and Vyacheslav Vasilevsky.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it. You watch more of the
Russia,
ACA or whatever,
ACA now, yeah.
Oh, it's ACB now.
Now it's ACA now. It was ACB.
Yeah. Oh, Joanne hasn't fought since March. Okay, so it's been a year. I guess that makes sense.
Was against Grasso, right?
Yeah, Carolina's KO was horrible. It was bad. My boy Vici, knockout. I would lean Chidi too. Honestly, I think he's really good. Duraev's not bad either, but I don't know. I would lean Chidi a little bit, honestly.
Let's be really honest, man. We saw Duraev twice now in the UFC. Against Kopilov wasn't great, but he won. And against Buckley wasn't also great,
Yeah, he's got some problems with his game. There's no doubt. His cardio is not very good. His striking defense. He can definitely wrestle, and he's got some power.
Sure.
But yeah. Andre Fili, Lucas Almeida. This could be fight of the night on this card, whatever card this ends up being. Fili should be favored. He's got all the experience. He's got almost this is his 20th fight in the UFC. But I think Lucas Almeida is really good, and I know you like him too. So
for sure, man. I mean, we all know Fili, but Almeida looked good, man, in this fight against Trezano, and got fight of the night in that fight.
Yep.
He won, and he was supposed to fight Tuhugov, right, in Abu Dhabi, but Tuhugov pulled out also with weight cut issues. So I'm happy he got rebooked. This is a fun fight, man.
I would favor Fili, but I do think Almeida's a live dog here, man. If you can get him at like plus 200, if that line comes out, if it was like that, I would take him. But line probably won't get to there.
No,
I do think Fili would be favored though. That's all I'm saying. But I think that the dog has a good chance to win. Mario Batista, Guido Canetti. Listen, Guido's look good, but he's look at his age. He's born in the 70s, man.
Yeah.
Mario Batista wins this fight. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I think you'd agree with me on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wins. He should be like minus 300, minus 400, I think.
This is interesting.
I like this fight. Marvin, Vettori, and Dolidze. Listen, Vettori will probably be favored because he's the high-ranked guy. He's got more experience. Yeah, he deserves it. But I think Dolidze's look so good, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if he won. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, interesting fight, man. I agree with you. I mean, this can go both ways. So, I think many people will go with Dolidze because how he looked as of lately, and he's like kind of the new guy in the rankings. But don't underestimate Vettori, man. He's very solid, and he can win this fight as well. So it's like I'm not sure yet, but this is going to be a fun fight, I think.
Great. Derek Lewis series feedback. They rebooked it. Main event, right? Yeah, it's 5 rounds.
Yeah, we didn't need that.
So this card's not in Korea now, and it's in Vegas. Yeah, I mean, we both picked Speed. I think we both picked feedback, right? Or did you pick Lewis? I can't remember.
I picked Lewis. Yeah.
Actually, you picked Lewis. I don't know. Does your pick change or no?
I don't know yet, man.
Yeah, it's coming. We got February. We got a month and a half.
The thing is, like, we didn't need this as a main event. You know, I would have preferred to see this as a 3-rounder and put it on a pay-per-view card, in my opinion. You know, but we don't need this a 5-rounder. You know.
I agree. Cody Garbrandt, Julio Arce. I mean, it's a good fight too. It's a really good fight.
It's a super fun one, you know. Cody wants to stand pretty much, and Julio is pretty much a stand-up fighter. He can fight on the ground, but he wants to stand as well, you know. So it's gonna be a fun fight. Yeah, we'll see what happens, and I think both guys are able to win this fight, you know.
Yeah, so. Garbrandt should probably be favored here, but like I don't trust him. You know what I mean?
Why didn't I put Rafael Assunção by the notable wins?
I don't know, but
stupid.
Yeah, should have. Yeah, he's stupid. Matheus Mendonça and Javi Basharat. I'm surprised Basharat didn't get a bigger fight, but Mendonça looked amazing in Contender. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either way, honestly. But Basharat should be favored here, probably, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think so. I mean, Mendonça. If people are like, who is this guy again? This was the guy with the blue hair in the Contender series. Yeah, and Javid is good, man. He is also, his brother is also very good. Javid and Farid. Yeah, fun fight. I like it.
Yep, no, I agree. Joel Alvarez, Robert Dukov. Man, there's been so many fights announced today.
This is probably a huge lightweight against a small lightweight.
Can this guy even make the weight, honestly? Can he?
I hope so, because Tuhugov couldn't make weight anymore at featherweight, so he's going to lightweight, and now he's pretty much fighting a welterweight who's fighting at lightweight,
Bro, I didn't even notice this tattoo he's got. Is that like Goku as a kid or whatever?
I don't know. Yeah, could be.
Right?
I didn't
From Dragon Ball Z, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they did right around his nipple too. Look like it's. No, I used to watch Dragon Ball Z as a kid. I don't watch it anymore, but man, it was a good show. Eric Gonzalez, Darius Flowers. So Darius Flowers is moving down a weight class or 2 weight classes or something, or
lightweight.
Didn't he fight at middleweight or welterweight?
No, I think Amiran just looks huge, but I think can you check it?
I'm gonna check because I thought he did. Maybe I'm wrong. This fight's at 155, right? This one.
Mm-hmm.
Flowers, his fight was at 170 on Contender. Okay, yeah, so he's moving down, and then he fought at 185 in LFA. So he's moving down like essentially 2 weight classes from these 2 fights ago. That's very surprising. He looked good, but I don't know. This is a strange fight, man. Eric Gonzalez has looked terrible, but this is a guy he could be potentially. So this was that slam he had was like a tombstone pile driver. Remember that, Marcel?
Yeah,
that was so nuts. Guys, I'm so sorry. I missed some of the comments. I was just looking at the fights. Garbrandt's gone to Dagestan to train. Really, that's interesting.
Yeah, yes, he's already there.
Love Garbrandt more than most. Too emotional. He's in the pocket. See, Cody's lost his chin. Oh, his chin's gone. There's no doubt. Ali manages both Alvarez and Tuhugov strength. Oh, he does too. That's interesting. He has a 20%, right? Daniel Marcos versus Simon Oliveira. The Marcos guy's from Contender, or yeah, he looked good, right, against Brandon Lewis. How could you pick Simon Oliveira, Marcel, in this fight? I don't think you could, right? Oh, you responded to maybe you're gonna pick him because you like him now. Just kidding. I don't think this fight should be in front. I don't think it needs to be in front of a crowd, but there are 2 Brazilians, so I guess that makes sense.
He's Peruvian.
Marcos. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Marcos is Peruvian?
Yeah, normally I would put Oliveira on the left side, but I couldn't find a good picture for Marcos on the right side. So I put him on
apologies. That makes more sense. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know if we talked about it.
No,
right?
Yeah, kind of a little bit that we thought it was kind of weird what they did. But
the odds out for this fight. The odds are out, right? Let me check.
I think Hill is a favorite, which I disagree
Hill's a favorite, minus 140. So honestly, like, it's a tricky fight, man. Because I think Hill is amazing, but I mean, Glover's an absolute legend, and he still has an amazing ground game. And like, it took Yuri literally to the final bell almost to finish him. I don't know, Marcel. This is a really interesting fight. This is a fight I wouldn't bet on. I would just watch it as a fan because I think it's going to be an amazing fight. I do think it's interesting. Anthony Smith is going to train with Jamal Hill, right? and he's going to be the backup fighter. Do you hear about that? Anthony Smith is the backup now.
Okay. Yeah.
What happens if Glover gets hurt? Then you have two guys that were training with each other and fighting.
I gotta say, man, all respect to Jamal Hill, but I'm surprised that Glover is the favorite for the simple reason. If you saw Jamal Hill fighting Thiago Santos last time, he stopped him, but it wasn't impressive in my opinion.
He got taken down a lot too.
Yeah, and I think Teixeira can do the same game plan. He can keep it up for 5 rounds. You know what I mean, and even finish him maybe. So that's why I'm surprised that he's the favorite. But no disrespect, I like Jamal a lot. I think he's a great fighter, but I feel like he's still young in his career. That's how I feel about it. You know.
Yep. Can you talk about this one? Vivian Araujo, Amanda Rivas. It's a good fight. It's a fun fight. That's a tough one to call too. This is a tough fight to call, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she responded to you, Marcel. Your girl. She responded. So Tracy Cortez, is she pregnant then, or?
I don't know. Did I let me see if I like the comment, because I have to go back if I didn't like the comment.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, that's okay.
Amanda's, I like her a lot. It's a good fight. Fareed Basra and Damon Blacksher. Okay. Interesting one.
Yeah.
Probably favored Fareed a little bit there.
Yeah.
High Preston Mark, he's canceled, right? Canceled. Yeah. Jazza Vicious and Courtney Casey.
Courtney Casey with a 10-10 record, dude.
Yeah. It's hard to really back her, man. She doesn't really win a lot of fights. Although I did think she beat Antonina. I don't know. I guess I have to go with my Canadian, right? Fellow Canadian. Yeah. Louis, this is a weird fight, right? What do you think of this one?
Yeah, it's like they give a guy who is coming new in the UFC, a guy against Cody Stamen, who is like, what do you guys say, that borderline top 15
He's
guy?
like established, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm surprised with this one as well. But maybe we're missing something. At least he has a good win over Rolian Paiva on his record, the Lacerda dude. So, yeah.
Yep. That's a good win. This is old.
It's done.
This is old too. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, maybe. Okay, so by the way, they said it was Charles Johnson and Jaga Zhumagulov. That's wrong, right? They're not.
Yeah, that's absolutely wrong.
It's fucking stupid. How could they do that?
They also had Rakhmonov they had the it said Ramanov on the.
How do you spell the guy's name wrong? That's awful. That's not good. Cedric. I don't think we talked about this one either. There's been a lot of fights announced today. That Dumas guy is really tall. Andrew Lee, Macy Barber. These are getting older now.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for that. Let me get some comments here, guys. Let's go here. Fearing Hill will clear Glover. I mean, that's his path to victory. We got our boy Mike's MMA picks in the chat. Mike, you killed it this year. I think he won the pool, right? I think
he won. Congratulations, Mike.
Congrats, Mike. You're really good at picking fights, Mike. I mean, that's why you're called Mike's MMA picks, literally. No, Mike is really good, and he's a really nice guy too. So if you don't follow him on Twitter, go and do that. And check his content at MMAOBsburger.com. Thanks, Mike, for the comment, man. We appreciate you having you in the chat, man. Marcus, do you think Jamal Hill will be bigger or smaller betting favorite versus Glover closer to fight day? I think you want to bet on him, don't you, Marcus? I feel like the line's going to stay kind of steady, man. I feel like, you're going to see two reactions in this fight, because a lot of people are going to obviously favor Glover's ground game. It's not an easy fight to call, honestly. I don't think it's an easy one to call.
I think if you want to picture, I think closer to fight night, I think Glover will be closing a little bit more. How do you say that? Will be a little bit more closer than that.
Yeah, it's possible.
So I would wait.
Yeah, it's possible. I think it's going to stay steady personally, but I guess it could go either way. Winner faces Ankalaev. I don't know. Dame doesn't seem to like the guy, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. And Anthony Smith might somehow sneak in there because the UFC likes him a lot more. I think Brunson replaces Costa with Rob Whittaker. They fought before. They fought. It was in Australia. I want to say it was 2016. Fight was fucking awesome. Brunson fought stupid, but it was fun to watch. I would like to see a rematch. And one fight of the night. Last day, one round, one fight of the night. Holm and Yana is not the main event, according to Marcel. The real Aliyev looked amazing contender against that dude that really shouldn't have been there, but he looked good. I don't know who's fighting. I'm not sure.
Same.
After Imamov finishes Calvin, book him against Whittaker and watching Imamov become a number one contender. Imamov is very good. I think it's very, very possible. Do you want Do you see they want to book Aaron against top 5? Aaron Blanchfield against top 5. I did. I think Nolan King had the article, right?
Yeah.
Nolan's got this like he's really good journalist by the way. For Junkie, he has this like really good article he does. Like I want to say like once a month maybe. It's like a rumor like thing, like rumor mill, rumor roundup. And one of the things he mentioned was that he heard that they want to match her up with top 5. I think it makes sense. I mean, I also saw Tyler Santos is going to get an opponent. Do you think they could do that fight? Tyler Santos,
that's very possible.
I think so too, Marcel. And then the winner will get the title shot, right? I think.
Yeah.
That's my guess. I also feel like Furo is going to get the title shot next against Valentina. Is that the fight you're hearing too, or?
It's not what I'm hearing, but it's also not what I'm not hearing. So
fair enough. I mean, because Grasso's there, but Grasso was like, "Oh, I want another fight and stuff." So, Whitaker put a video out. Okay, what does it say, John? Tell us because we can't watch it right now because we're talking.
But I know Aaron is not fighting Jennifer Maia.
I think it might be Blanchfield and Santos, man. I think that could be the fight, guys. Sorry for asking. No, don't apologize. Mikheyev leaving Paradigm. Yeah, we were asking about that. I really have no thoughts.
That's why I said I'm sorry for asking.
Yeah. You know, for me, it's like the management stuff is above my like level. Like, ask James Lynch; he knows way more about that stuff than me, and I think Marcel knows a lot about that stuff.
But I know as much as you guys know at this moment. So,
Marcus, what's your favorite UFC bet that cashed for 2022? I mean, for you, Marcus, it's got to be Dracus Duplessis, right? It has to be. I honestly can't think of it right now, Marcus. I haven't really like looked back at the year. Let me try to think.
Did you pick Ty against Derek Lewis?
That was a good pick. It would have to be like a dog pick. Honestly, I didn't like, even though he lost Glover against Jan. Man, that like he was like plus 200, and like he gave us the fight of the year. He fought for our money. It wasn't the worst one. I'm just trying to. I'm looking back right now at the fights. I think it's a good pick, but I think it's a bad pick.
Herrera against Adesanya.
Maybe Charles Oliveira against Gaethje after he missed weight. Everyone was like, "Oh, there's no way he's going to win. He's going to get destroyed," and he still won. I mean, I love that guy, so maybe that would be one I would think about as well. Man, I wish I could say Edwards against Usman. I was so close to picking him. Remember Marcel? I was like, "Oh man, I was so close, guys. Like, I should have listened to my gut on that one, but it happens, Yeah, there's some Marcus, but probably not as memorable as you, man. Picked you on to beat Marina by split decision. I was so close, man. If you bet on that would have been really good odds. James heard Tim Simpson's leaving Paradigm Forms on agency. That makes sense. John says that Breaker's confirming the fight's off. He heard Costa declined UFC's latest contract. He wanted to show out for his friends and family, looking to fight March and April. Oh, he's not going to fight that card now. That sucks. Oh man. Right now, Simpson is Mikheyev, Edwards, Geary, Sean, De La who? De La Rosa?
De La Maddalena.
De La Maddalena. Wow, that's a good stable. Oh yeah, Johnny Walker against what's his name? Who do you fight again? Ion Cutelaba. That was a good one.
He also has Strickland, I think. A Paradigm, right?
Maybe, yeah. Sean Brady and Parlay and Usman Marab were my worst bets. I think cash. Yeah, I remember you parlayed that, Marcus. You told me it happens. You made it back to you. You had a profitable year. We'll take some more questions for a few more minutes, guys. We're gonna get out of here. That was a good question, though, Marcus. Now that I think about it, it's kind of hard to answer, but like I wish you'd asked me before, but it's all good. Any more questions, guys? We'll take them. Why not Furo and Grasso and Valentina Santos too? I mean, that's what I would do. It sounds like Valentina doesn't want to fight Santos again. I'm not going to say Valentina's scared. I think it's wrong to say that, but it seems like she's avoiding her, Marcel. She knows it's a bad matchup for her. She should have lost that fight. Honestly, she lost that fight, guys. She lost the first 2 rounds. I felt when that decision was read, it was a very lucky decision. It was kind of like when Jones fought Dominic Reyes. It was kind of like a lucky one, Do you think, speaking of Jones, do you think John Jones will fight in 2023?
You probably asked the same question in
You've been asking, Marcus. You've been asking me this for like 4 years, 3 or 4 years.
I agree. Yeah, it's. I don't know.
No, I'll say no. Marcel. What do you think?
I'm gone, and there
I know that's funny. So. I'll say no. You have an answer?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I also don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Odds for Bellator, I don't think they're out yet. Time collectibles will be out soon. Glenn, what's your plans for Christmas? This probably won't be my best Christmas. I'll just say that, guys. I'm gonna keep it private, but it probably won't be my best Christmas. Some people know what's going on with me in my personal life right now. It's not the greatest, so just trying to take it day by day. I hope the rest of you guys have a great Christmas, though. You know, it's just been a really crappy like month for me. I'll just say that. Any idea about going Walt Harris? No idea. Walt Harris kind of disappeared. I know his daughter died a few years ago, and he just kind of disappeared since then. Really.
Yeah.
Grasso type grappler is as well. Yeah. Would that be a no on the follow on Twitter? Who's asking about follow? Did you ask me to follow you? Is that what you said?
So that would be a no.
I didn't see you ask me. I don't mind following you back. I didn't know you asked me. Sorry, man. If you ask me, I'll do it. Who is Jalen Turner fighting next? I mean, it looks like Drew Dober, right? Like that's the fight they want to see. Favorite fighter of the year? That's a good question too. I don't know. I mean, these are hard. I always feel like these are so hard for me to answer. There's just so many fights that go on. Favorite fighter of the year?
Okay, I go first. Jack Della Maddalena.
Guy's so much fun to watch, man. He's so good. I guess I would go with Pereira, man. Honestly, like the wins he had were so impressive. Marcel, the brutal knockouts.
Sure.
Knocked out Strickland and Adesanya. I think he might be mine. He might be mine, Marcel. You know, despite almost losing a decision, he came back and won. So for me, he's probably up there. Or before he got injured, Yuri. Because that fight with Glover is, to me, is the best fight of the year. You know what I mean? Like I think it's the best fight of the year. 2020 male and female fighter of the year. Good question, Marcus. I mean, probably Volkanovski, right? I would guess, or Makhachev. And then for women, I don't want to say Valentina, man, because I don't think she won the fight. Weili? Yeah, probably Weili. Or maybe Amanda, because she came back and won that fight so decisively, but probably Weili, because Weili had a couple fights, right? So, yeah, I would probably go Weili. And you think Volkanovski or Makhachev, or who do you think?
I prefer Makhachev, but Volkanovski's okay as well.
Yep. Hope all's well. I appreciate it, man. It's really not, but I appreciate it. Burns and Hamza was one of my favorite fights of 2022. That was an awesome fight. I forgot about that. Actually, Hamza's up there too. I mean, despite the weight miss and stuff, he's obviously up there. Thoughts on the Georgian welterweight PFL's record 3-0? What's his name?
It's Bubalatsa, maybe, that guy.
Challenger Series?
Yeah.
They also signed the guy that beat Alex Pereira. They signed him.
Yeah. I
don't know his name, but some Brazilian dude.
Ottoni or something. What's his name?
I don't know. Did you see that thing with Chris Tione, by the way, and Brendan Fitzgerald? Did you see that?
No.
Pronunciation? Oh, you should check out Brendan Fitzgerald's Twitter. It's funny because he gets Chris Tione there and he's like, how do you pronounce your name? And he starts explaining why he pronounces it such a weird way. He basically said that his family's Italian and then it's supposed to be Tagnoni, but instead they're calling him Tione because that's the way they changed it on the boat when his family came across from Italy. So if you watch, I mean, I know you hate him.
No, I don't hate him. I just don't think he's a good ref.
There you go. Any news or update on James Cross? Haven't heard anything, man. Haven't heard anything lately. All I know is this dumb guy screwed it all up for us up here in Canada. It sucks in Ontario. Update and man news next fight. Haven't heard. Who should be next for Demir? I think I answered this the last one. I think maybe like what's his name? Grant Dawson. Makes sense. Guy ranked underneath him.
Want to go crazy? Go Gamrot.
That would be good too. That'd be a fun fight. Is Gaethje still running scared from Fiziev? I don't know if they're scared, but like they need to make that fight. I mean, I don't think Gaethje's. Come on, like he's not scared of anyone, bro. He's literally one of the most toughest dudes of all time in the UFC. But I mean, that fight's got to be made. Is Tomaya fight 170 or 185 for the belt first? Ooh, that's a really good question. 170? Yeah. I think he's gonna fight 170, guys. Even though he didn't make the weight, I think they're gonna give him another chance to get down there. That's my thoughts. I do think it's an interesting matchup for Pereira, though. What are you gonna say?
Imagine they cannot do Edwards Usman 3 in London. Who do you want to see Usman fight? Do you want to see him fight Masvidal, which I think is bullshit, but whatever. I'm just asking Masvidal, Chimaev, or Belal Muhammad. Who should get the fight?
Say it one more time.
Usman is actually supposed to fight Leon Edwards for the third time, right? In London. That's what they want to do. But imagine Usman cannot fight. Yeah. Who should Edwards defend against? Chimaev, Masvidal, or...
Yeah. Probably Belal. Probably.
I would go with Chimaev.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but I think Belal, man, that fight with Brady was so impressive.
But what is a bigger win, Brady or Burns?
Burns. So I know what you're saying, but he missed weight. That's why I don't know if they would trust him. You might hate to make one fight more, if that makes sense.
I agree.
I just followed you back, buddy. Merry Christmas. Loco, it's so started training 3 years ago. That's crazy. Ilia Topuria is my favorite fighter. He's awesome too. I love Ilia Topuria, man. He's so good. couple more questions, but I mean, I'm almost talked out, Marcel. To be honest with you, like my voice is kind of going now, guys. I'm getting hungry too. We always do it like right before dinner time here. What time is it there for you? It's midnight, almost midnight.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes past midnight. Almost.
What time do you go to bed at, Marcel? Like usually
4 or 5 a.m.
And what time do you get up?
11.
Okay. That's just your schedule, and you have to have that schedule, right?
I'm used to it now. I was like, because of the football, you guys call it soccer. I was up earlier the last couple when it started, and my whole head was like spinning sometimes. So at a certain moment, I fell asleep. So I went earlier to bed for 2 or 3 days, and then now I'm back at it again.
Yep. And when UK wants to see Bilal, yeah, probably not. But he seems like you're gonna get that fight. That's what he said, anyways. I don't trust his Twitter though. I think Gaethje's scared. I don't know if he's scared, man. I just think Gaethje's always fighting everyone, but like it's not a great fight for him. Let's be honest, because he has a tough fight. Pimblett stock went down after tough fight, 100%.
He says, Adam followed me on Twitter. I followed him as well. I'm just going to unfollow him. He just says you follow him.
I just followed him now because
me too. I was just kidding, man. I followed him as well.
Anyways, Marcel, I'm pretty good, man. I think let's just get out of here, man. Marcel, thank you so much for doing the podcast all year, man. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate you guys all joining us in the chat. Well, like again, a lot of the regulars are here. Hope you guys enjoy it, man. It's podcast we do it every week. We're consistent with it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But again, next week we're going to be off, so we'll take a week off, and like I said, we'll reassess for 2023. But just stay tuned to my Twitter. I mean, hopefully the plan is to do the same as we've been doing. But I'll let you guys know. Marcel, just plug your stuff, man, quickly, and let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, Big Marcel 24 on Twitter and Instagram. Yourspro.nl, Mixed Martial Arts section for articles. And guys, thank you for being the whole year with us. Really appreciate it watching our podcast and listening to what we have to say. And always fun. And wish you all Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, whatever you want to do. Have a good one. And thanks, and hope to see you back in 2023.
Hell yeah, man. So I echo what he said. Twitter at Martin podcast, MMAOB.com. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about it, guys. And I guess you can download the audio version as well if you want. You can always do that. Gorilla says he loves us. He wants to give us a hug. Appreciate it, man. I take a hug right now if I could get one. I take it from you too, Marcel. If you want to give me one too, give me an air hug or whatever. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. But hope you guys have a great Christmas, Happy New Year's to everyone, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks hopefully. Okay, so guys, take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.